Alright, round number 1 with our Monoblack Devotion deck. And we're on the play. This is an excellent hand. Go ahead and keep this. No disruption, but we've got a solid curve. Very aggressive. Let's see what my opponent is up to. This is my first time really playing Standard since the companion rule changed. Looks like we're up against Temur Reclamation. It's funny, not every opponent has a companion now. I have a little bit of secondhand PTSD from that era. Right, we'll just send in for 2. I could pump to get counters on my guys, but rather just get as much power in play as possible. Hunted Nightmare is a nice one because A, he has no creatures for the Death Touch counter, and in case he goes like Growth Spiral into Storm's Wrath, which is the one way I can see myself losing this game. Of course, he could do something like Growth Spiral into Reclamation, start doing some dirty things, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Yep, there's a Growth Spiral. This is the one matchup where we would want Gutter Bones. So hopefully it doesn't hurt us too bad. If we can steal game 1, that'll be big, because then we get all the hand disruption post-board. Looks like there's going to be a Reclamation, yep. Not much we can do here except keep slamming in as much power as we can. Hope that they can't do anything too dirty with that Reclamation. Ooh, it's not a bad draw. That'll be an extra attacker next turn. Let's go ahead and send in first. Could have decent chance we get hit with something like Mystical Dispute here. But I'm still running out the Spawn with Spectacle. Yep, Dispute. Cannot pay. So next turn, so these Knights are going to grow, which is nice. So currently we have 10 power in play, plus the District is 13, assuming he has nothing else, but you never know, a lot can happen when they get to untap with Reclamation. If they have like Expansion Explosion, they could kill the Nightmare, assuming they have a land. Then I could activate, get in for 7, get 2 more triggers. Guess I don't even have to activate District. It's more efficient to just pump Knight in that case. But we'll see what he does. Grey Merchant would be a decent draw. That would be lethal, assuming the board stays as it is. It would be shocking. Alright, so I have a feeling we're about to get exploded. 4, 6, it looks like. Maybe he just does it for like 5 to because he'll have to discard end of turn anyway. But I guess he might as well get maximum information on what to discard. Yep. Grey Merchant is 1 away from lethal, unfortunately. We can attack him to 5 and then 4 triggers, or 4 from the drain rather. Okay. Do I play that, or do I attack with Mobilized District? Probably just play the Spawn. Play around as much removal as he could untap with. I don't know. I don't think these decks play main deck Storm's Wrath. Maybe they do since the Pro Tour, but I haven't seen any 2, 4, 7 is the most I can attack for here. So I'll just attack for 4. Play my Spawn with Spectacle, because why not? Next turn I can play land that represents 2 pumps with my knights. So I mean, obviously it depends on when he does this turn. We could be losing horribly, or maybe we have a chance here. So I can Uro to kick things off. If he has 2 lands, I guess he can get it back right away. He'd be going up to 11, plus of course untapping with the Reclamation. Although I guess if he has to shock, that changes the math. It's going to go to 4, then up to 7. See if he plays a Reclamation and he has another Explosion, that would be 3 plus 7 is 10 damage to my face. It's not enough to kill me. Uro puts him to 7, but then he has to have something nice to deal with my board. Even 1 removal spell, I think, would not save him. Maybe it would. If he's at 7, I've got 3 power blockers. Or I guess I can just even send in just the knights and pump the unblocked one twice. It's gonna be close. Uro comes back. He goes to 7. If he has another Explosion, he can kill the Spawn. But then, with land, I'll have lethal. Oh, he didn't have a land to play. That's weird. Don't know if that's good or bad for me. See if he does anything before it's my turn. I would have to imagine he does, because he doesn't want this to trigger. What do you do with this scry? Bottomed. He might just be digging for an answer. Okay, petty theft, fair enough. So I have to be mindful of another petty theft. Do I play around it? I mean, my gut tells me he probably... Well, let's see. I'm looking at a list right now on my other screen. It looks like they only play 2 Brazen Borrowers in the main. Could also have Shark Typhoon, just to make another blocker. In any case, I'm going to play a land and send in with both my knights. If he just blocks 1, I'm going to go for it. I don't want to give him any more draws. What is this now? Oh, it looks like it is indeed a Shark Typhoon. And like, this is actually fine because he has to double chump, and then I can just replay my Spawn. So even though he gets to untap with his Reclamation, we still are putting lots of pressure on him. Yeah, these don't gain trample or anything, right? So just pump this one. And actually I won't be able to replay the Spawn because of I won't have Spectacle. But still, see, that turn was not a complete loss. I'll just pass turn. I still have the sinking suspicion that we're losing here. But he's going to have to either do something nutty or produce 2 blockers like every turn for the rest of the game. Don't think he'll be able to get back Uro this turn. Another Reclamation. Alright, so how much explosions can he do here? 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. So he can make 17 mana, which is not enough to kill me. You could do something like explosion 1 of the knights and then deal with the other one some other way. Maybe Shark Typhoon or something. Nope, scrying. I think that's good for me. He might just be planning to scry and then opt or something. Okay, still good news for me. He was 1 bottom, 1 top. Interesting. Draw. Man. So I can attack him to 1. If I pump once, then he has removal. It's not great. I can pump the other one, he goes to 1. Do I send in the district? That means I... How much does it cost? 4. I can play land, so I could replay if he has like a petty theft or something. I think I just activate the district. Maybe that was bad. Maybe this, because this doesn't play around just a Shark Typhoon. Yeah, I think this is a mistake. I should have just sent with just the knights. He's making a 3/3, which is interesting because that's still just a chump or a trade. I guess I can actually play the Spawn here too, because the district has vigilance. Might as well. Can't dispute it. even know if I'm winning or losing here. Ew, Blast Zone. That's bad. That's probably what he kept. He still has to answer the spawn, though. He can get back Uro. He can blow up my knights. I mean, it's really just going to come down to if he can kill this spawn or not. Even Borrower doesn't save him because this has trample. So he'll go to 3 on upkeep and then take 3 trample. Let's see what he does with his reclamations. Scrying. Scrying. I guess I should see what he's doing with the scries. Bottoming everything, that's good. Like, I think his one out again is just going to be Borrower, the second Borrower. Again, Shark Typhoon keeps him alive. Oh, okay. Spawn survives. He's not popping the Blast Zone right away, makes sense. Would have been nice a little while ago. How do I want to do this? I'm not sending with District because he's just going to pop Blast Zone and then you can just eat the Mobilized District. So I think it's just Spawn. If it runs into a... If it runs into a Shark Typhoon, it is what it is. Oh, what am I doing? I should have sent with the Knights too. That was egregious. This doesn't save him. Oh, okay. We just win. Alright, well, I think I played that game not the best, but we stole game 1. That's what we were looking to do. So, bring in all our hand destruction. I don't know if I want all these Heartless Acts. Maybe I keep in a couple. But even then, I've got like Murderous Riders to deal with Uro. Agonizing Remorse deals with Uro. Don't want Noxious Grasp. Well, maybe I do. No, it doesn't hit Shark tokens either. It does hit like Nissa if he sides that in. I don't even know if they play that card. Yeah, looking at the list, does not appear to be the case. So if I do something like this, you got like 1 Grey Merchant, got a Shepherd. Am I greedy? Do I cut a land on the draw? Yes, I am greedy. I don't know, like a Fenlurker maybe? It's good, but it's slow. Yeah, I kind of like this. Let's run it back. This looks like a hand to me. Turn 2 Disruption, turn 3 Nightmare. Ooh, perfect draw. I mean, maybe Duress would have been better, but I will not complain. Alright, no growth spiral, that's neat, I guess. Let's attack for 1. I think I'm just gonna Agonizing Remorse. Maybe snipe an Uro, maybe snipe a Reclamation. Good things are sure to follow. Oh, interesting. No red mana. Bone Crusher Giant, I'm not really worried about. But those cards are a little annoying. Not sure which one scares me more. Probably Expansion Explosion. He's a ways away from the Commence. Bone Crusher, Blue Land, Green Land, Blast Zone. Alright. Okay, found his red. So my knight's dying. I'm just going to play a Hunted Nightmare. The other nice thing about letting him keep Commence is that this Fenlurker is going to put some pressure on his hand. You draw Uro. Yep. Pretty good. Pretty strong series of draws for my opponent. Okay. Let's get in there. Let's just go Fenlurker into Tymaret. Tymaret will also eventually deal with that Uro, so we don't have to worry about it down the road. You found a Reclamation? Yep. So he's probably going to commence here. Float mana and then play it, yep. So he gets a 3/3. So I can just kill it with Heartless Act. That's nice. It's not a bad draw. I'm a little concerned about that Blast Zone, but let's lead off with Freebooter. Another Reclamation, Brazen Borrower. Yuck. Yeah, I mean, Reclamation, but he can just bounce that whenever he wants. I think I am just going to... Do I even bother killing the army? I mean, I feel like I probably should. Lets me attack with my ground guys, but maybe I want to... No, I'm just gonna remove the counters and get in there. Keep up the pressure. 1, 2, 3. Get in there. So the thing that worries me here is he can, if he wanted to, he could take up the Blast Zone to 2 and then untap and pop it right away. Get pretty much everything from my board. Yeah, it looks like that's what he is doing. That's what I was considering. Maybe not maybe doing something differently. Blast Zone's an annoying card for us. It's where a card like Nightmare Shepherd would really come in handy. Just kind of negate the impact of Blast Zone. You can even bounce my Nightmare guy if you wanted to. Pretty annoying. So I know he has Reclamation, Petty Theft, and an unknown card in hand. Let's attack for 4. Never mind. Yeah, I'm just going to replay it before he has any creatures to put counters on. Could have played Spawn, but the difference in damage is negligible. So I'm pretty sure we're losing this game. And I think we had the tools to win. So this is one where I'm pretty sure that we messed up somewhere along the road. Knowing he had the Blast Zone, I probably should have held off on dumping some of my hand. Oh god, what is this? Does he have an explosion? Looks like it. Pretty good. Where have you been, Nightmare Shepherd? I'm gonna go ahead and scoop this up. We have no pressure, double Reclamation, 6 cards in hand. It's over. Maybe I do want all my Nightmare Shepherds / my Grey Merchants. I'm not sure about Grey Merchant though, because he has counter magic. I don't know how much he keeps in, but do I want the Fenlurker? I like all my other 2-drops better though. Tymaret is important for dealing with Uro. Freebooter obviously with dealing with Reclamation and whatnot. I don't know, I kind of feel like this is the right setup. Maybe I trim on Heartless Axe on the play and just try to stomp on his throat with pressure. I don't hate that plan. So do I want Grey Merchant or Fenlurker? I'm going Grey Merchant. You know what? Actually, that's a lie. I'm going land, actually, on the play. This deck is kind of mana hungry. We have the District, the Knight, the Fenlurker, even the Murderous Rider is kind of a mana sink. Alright. Game number 3 on the play. Yuck. Well, if I knew there were 3 lands on top of my deck, this is an easy keep, but we're going to throw this back. Alright, this is a begrudging keep. Throw back a swamp. Not what we were looking for. Bone Crusher Giant would be really annoying here, so we won't have Spectacle. Interesting. Alright, let's send. Just play Spawn. Don't think they have counters that can deal with that. Obviously Petty Theft is... Oh, Scorching Dragonfire. That surprises me. I would have thought that you would have played that when I was tapped out. That would have really boned me. So that's pretty surprising. So we have an active spawn, that's nice. Ooh, that's also nice. Yeah, let's just keep on keeping on. Nightmare's especially nice because if he has a Storm's Wrath, it'll survive that, and we can keep the beats going. Even if he has Reclamation here, he would have to have, like... Need that green mana. Need some combination of, like, double Petty Theft into another Reclamation. I'm still feeling pretty okay here. Not, like, amazing. I mean, if I could draw, like, a hand disruption spell, I'd feel a lot better. Okay. It's not a bad draw. Let's attack. Not sure what my opponent's thinking about here. If they had removal, I'm sure they would have done it when I was tapped out, so they didn't get pinged for one. Stomp. Are they just gonna like double stomp? Looks like it. Oh, I see, he's gonna copy. I mean, still, you should have done that. A while ago. Before I untapped. Get in there. So now the question is, definitely playing Fenlurker. Do I play this Murderous Rider out? Probably not. Knowing that he's going to play a Bone Crusher next turn, most likely. Yeah, we just pass. If he just like plays another Wilderness Reclamation, I'll feel kind of bad, but he probably plays a little different if I just play out the Murderous Rider. Okay. So we're going to do this before that trigger happens, of course. See what he does with his mana. Cycle, okay. Man, a land actually would have been better there than this, because everything we want to do costs 3 mana right now. So we can only do one thing this turn, which is very unfortunate. But I think we just send in with the Nightmare and play another Nightmare. It's the most straightforward way to do this. Oh, Petty Theft? Okay. Yep, just replay it. Now his shark's gonna have Death Touch, which could be annoying later. He only has 2 cards, which is good, but okay, well, depends on what his last card is, I guess. Hopefully he's just going to scry a bunch. That'll give us some chances. Okay, that's a good start. Let's just draw a Gray Merchant and close this game out. It's bottoming both. Growth Spiral. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so we don't have to worry about anything this turn. Let's draw. Okay, land is good. That means we can do multiple things this turn. I think we just send in both. This is going to trade no matter what. Might as well do that now, and I'll give him the option to attack later. I don't need the devotion or anything, so. Don't need to show the district yet either. He might just take it. Nope. Yep, I'm fine with this trade. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I do die exactly to an expansion explosion. Let's play the Nightmare. He might respond with Brazen Borrower. Oh no. No, he wants to scry. Makes sense. Alright, it's basically just going to come down to this top deck. He gets 3 looks at Explosion. Bottom, 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 bottom. It's gone through 1 so far. 2 on the bottom, that's good. If he scries Upkeep, I think he's out of outs because that wouldn't be lethal with the explosion anymore. Bottom both, good news. I think we got it. I guess if you found an explosion, you can kill 1 and hope to find some other stuff. Oh, sure, opt. Fair enough. Bottom, then drew. Whew. That was a close one. We won the game that we probably shouldn't have, game 1, but post-board it played out more or less. I mean, that game we didn't have hand disruption either. The only game we lost was where we were disrupting his hand, which is a little ironic, but I'll take wins however we can get it.